Bandwidth for all shows on the Aussie Tech Heads network is supplied by Aussie Tech Heads Web Hosting. For a fast, affordable and reliable Australian server with fantastic support, contact Aussie Tech Heads Web Hosting at aussietechheads.com.au. Aussie Tech Heads, Australia's best hosting service.
Well, hi everyone, it's episode 356, Aussie Tech Heads, the 29th of August 2013. How's that shark attack on Monday night, eh? Oh, go the Sharkies. All right, the Aussie Tech Heads is brought to you by Aussie Tech Web Hosting. You can find them at athwebhosting.com.au. See, we shortened down the address because the other one was a bit too long, so we made it nice and short. So athwebhosting.com.au. If you're looking for a little space for personal blogs or a business web space and you want to host your business site somewhere, come and have a look at us. There's plans starting at $5.95, but most people probably jump in for around about the, I don't know, $7.95 a month, something like that. So jump on in and get one of those. Now, and tonight we've only got one other host to welcome tonight, and that would be Eric. Hello, Eric.
Good evening, one person.
Yes, hello. How have you been? 'Cause I'm not sure. Did we? I can't remember. We didn't hear from you last week, did we? I think.
No, we did not. No. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's all right. And how's it been going? Good.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Yeah, no complaints. Busy, but no complaints.
Yep. And following the election.
Oh yeah, baby.
Do you like follow it as in watch the people's forums and all that sort of stuff?
No, I can't stand it. I'll tell you why. I'll read the journals, articles, whatever other people are saying, but except for the the left wing rags. But I just can't watch those debates or people's forums because I can't listen to 747 without wanting to punch him. So I think no, I can't do it because my blood pressure's going to go up and I'm just going to croak it. So no point. I'll just give him my voice on September 7.
Yep. So you don't watch because the people's forums are a bit of a fluffy sort of debate, isn't it? Really. So
but still, I don't want to listen to him because he's having a go at sorry about the political comment, but let's wrap it up now. He's having a go at you don't trust the coalition with your money. Hello.
I know.
What?
Yeah.
So you're kidding me? You just burnt $300 billion in the space of a bat and an eyelid, and you're telling us not to trust the other side? Come off it.
Yeah, well, look, I think he's in a bit of trouble, and interestingly, he might not. Well, the polling was showing that his seat was in danger.
Well, I'll tell you what. Right here, right now, I'll announce it on Aussie Tech.
Oh, it's an exclusive.
If he loses his seat, I'm going to go up to his seat at wherever it is in Griffith, make myself a sticker, and put it on his door, something along the lines of sucked in.
Yeah, you're going to do something in a paper bag, put it on the doorstep, knock
and run.
Oh, good. That'd be a nice surprise for him the day after.
Oh, look, I'm sure he's had 6 years dealing with that sort of excrement from animals because the whole cabinet's full of them. So
yeah, well, but yeah, look, I don't know. I don't reckon he'll lose. I reckon he'll win his seat. Surely.
You reckon he'll just scrape in? Do you?
I reckon he'll win. He'll win his seat for sure.
But, okay, well, sorry, gentlemen, for wrapping this. We'll wrap it up now. But you reckon that if he wins his seat, Beattie's going to try and take the leadership off him?
Oh,
that's why I reckon the unions parachuted him in.
Is Beattie?
Because Beattie won't win his seat.
I don't think Beattie will win.
No, he won't win, but he can still challenge for the seat.
But he's got to be able to win.
He'll just ask Griffith Boy to step down, and I'll take your seat by election.
But Beattie would have to hold a seat to be able to go for.
That's what I would think. Look, the Labor Party will come up with some shonky deal. But
the people have got to decide the leader now. So anyway. All right.
Yeah, I bet you that hasn't even passed.
Yeah.
Anyway, never mind. It's Aussie Tech Heads, not Aussie political idiots.
No. Well, it's good to have you back. It's good to have a little bit of a political discussion there. All right.
That's quite all right.
Now Shane's not with us tonight. He's busy at work, and Will is still doing what Wills do on Thursday night.
Whatever that is.
No, he's just away for a couple of weeks. And Warlock, that's Jason. He is just going to be isolating himself to the Aussie Mac Zone on Tuesday nights. Yes,
But he's an Android fella, though.
Well, I think he develops for Apple.
Does he? Okay.
Yeah, so he swings both ways. So,
Okay.
so he's all,
As you do.
as you do in the tech sphere. That's right. So so he'll pop in every now and then, like the two Jace, Warlock and the other Jason on the Aussie Mac Zone. Like if Eric wasn't here tonight, they said they'd put their hand up and jump in. So everything's sweet. All right, so Shane has got a couple of this week in text that he sent in to us. And look, he's got quite a few. So where would the week start? About August the 22nd. So
let me test that for you, shall I? Yes. No.
Yes.
No.
August
Yes.
24th.
No, 26th. Oh, this week. Yeah,
Yes.
last week. Yeah, Thursday to Thursday, 22nd, correct.
Yes. So so what about that August 24 one, Eric? What happened?
Right, okay. Well, Microsoft released Windows 95, August 24, 1995. During development, it was referred to as Windows 4.0, or by the internal code name Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah,
Now,
baby.
now remember, do you remember much about the launch of 95?
Yeah, I do. Rolling Stones was a big deal. I don't think I lined up at any Harvey Norman store or anything like that. But as soon as it was out in the stores, I was down at this dodgy little computer store in Edgecliff in Sydney. I don't know if you know where Edgecliff is, just near Double Bay.
Oh, yeah, heard of it.
Just a suburb before that. And I used to work in this office building up there. And as soon as it came out, I rushed down there and I grabbed that and I got a computer. I said, "Oh, look, give me a PC as well." You know, just on there. And I reckon I buried myself in that computer system for weeks. Especially when you had the floppy disk to install the damn thing.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, the little 3.5s, were they? 3.5s. Yeah,
3.5s.
Yep. Yeah. Look, I remember. Harvey Norman. That was the joint I went to. I actually did line up in the morning.
Did you line up?
Yeah, I didn't sleep, but I lined up, and
Right.
I think from memory, and I've still got it on the shelf over there, and I'm pretty sure it's a CD version. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, yeah, I'm fairly sure. Yeah. I don't remember 95 coming.
I do have a CD version floating around somewhere, but the first one I bought was not a CD version.
Because I remember with the CD version, you had to actually start. If you didn't have the CD-ROM driver installed, you had to have the driver installed first, which required a floppy.
A bit of a nightmare. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was from memory, it wasn't as easy as that. And 3.1. Yeah, I was on to 3.11, I think.
3.11. That's right. Yeah.
That's right. Before that come along, so that sort of changed everything.
It did. It did, and that was the beginning. Really.
And
that's nearly 20 years, 18 years.
Yeah, and look where we are now. Oh.
Yeah, no further.
Oh, we had 98.
Oh yeah, that was just a dream come true, wasn't it?
Yes.
Well, don't they say with Microsoft, every second one is the not so good one?
Yeah,
98 was rubbish.
Oh, well,
and they came out with 2000, which was very good.
Oh, what about ME?
Our ME was I think that was put out just to try and band-aid over 98.
ME, I think, came out to try and be a bit more like NT, but then and then that sort of didn't work because it just looked like it, but didn't really have the guts behind it.
Didn't have the guts, that's right. But Windows 2000 was good. What came after Windows 2000?
Oh, you'd be getting up to XP.
No, it was prior. It was one before that. I'm not sure. Anyway, but XP was good.
Yeah, that's about 2001, wasn't it? I think from last week. I think that was the story. So yeah, XP.
And then Vista was a nightmare.
Yeah, but I didn't have that much.
I know you like Vista. You're a bit of a girl that way. I know you like Vista, but I had nothing but trouble with Vista, like half the population on this planet.
Yeah, look, I remember before Vista came out, I remember Steve Gibson going crazy about it. You know, like as in like this is slow. I can't open the Windows open so slow. But that was a beta or a development copy that he had. But look, it came out. You just had to have a high spec machine. You know?
Yeah, that's right.
And that was its downfall. And now we've got these machines with Windows 7, Windows 8, which will...
Windows 7 is a dream. I've got no issues with Windows 7. I'm still not going to touch Windows 8 because I think that's... Well, they had their results. Was it last week or the week before? I can't remember. and Windows 8 is just not selling.
Yeah, but
The Windows Vista.
Yeah, give it a chance. It'll be right.
Never going to happen.
It'll
No.
be
All
right.
right, next.
What else
next
is
story.
in his list?
Next story. WebKit received its first commit of code or commitment of code from Apple. The Safari browser appeared 2 years later, and WebKit was open sourced in 2005. WebKit runs Safari, I think Firefox.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure if it runs Chrome as well. I'm not sure. Probably does.
Yeah, okay. So, and what else here?
Right, August 25,
Yeah.
1991, 21-year-old Finnish student Linus Torvalds wrote a newsgroup post about a free operating system he was working on. He said it was just a hobby, won't be big and professional like GNU. His OS would eventually be called Linux, which is actually quite a big deal now.
Yeah, that's right. And look, here's one from August 28, 1991. The crew of the Space Shuttle Atlantis sent an electronic mail message using Apple Link. The message read, "Hello Earth, greetings from the STS-43 crew. This is the first Apple Link from space. Have a great time. Wish you were here."
They didn't want to send one by Windows XP, did they?
No.
Crash the system.
Well, I don't know. Maybe look, Apples used to be everywhere, didn't they? Like I remember growing up when I was growing up. Throughout the.
They're in all the schools.
Yep, and public libraries up here anyway.
Yes.
They're just in the libraries but the IBM wasn't really out and about. Like IBM didn't have a PC.
IBMs were initially introduced as business machines.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because I remember when I first started work back in, I think, 88, I think it was, and there's no computer like as such. There were terminals, because I worked in the bank. There were dumb terminals at the top.
Dumb
at the
terminals.
front.
You went straight to a mini mainframe or a mainframe.
That's right. Like we just called it the server, I think. Yeah. But I think it was about halfway through 88, then the branches started getting these XT machines, the IBM XT.
And if you look closely at the branches, I think they're still there.
Oh, dear. No, don't do that to us. Hope not. Not in the NAB anyway. Oh, dear. Hopefully not. They got all my money. All right. So that's what happened this week in tech. So thanks to Shane for putting those up. And I believe they come from the Tom Merritt something or other of Tech Chronology or something. So, yeah, good on you, Tom, for putting them all together.
Tom Merritt's Chronology of Tech.
That's the one. I just had the words around the wrong way.
There you go.
Now, Microsoft, speaking of 95 and banging on about that for a while, Steve Ballmer has announced he's going to leave.
Finally.
I think that is...
What took you so long?
Yes, an apt way of saying it. And I think you're not alone in saying with those thoughts. The Wall Street apparently liked it as well. Microsoft. Oh,
they did. The stock went up for the first time in about 10 years.
Microsoft's market value soared from $269.81 billion to $288.05 billion.
Yeah, the funny thing is, who was I listening to? I think I was listening to Leo during the week on his This Week in Tech program, and he said that as soon as he quit, it actually added, and because the price went up, it actually added $1 billion to Steve Ballmer's own share portfolio. So he got richer by quitting.
Yeah. Oh,
how funny is that?
He should have done it sooner.
Oh God!
What can these people do? Like obviously Gates, he must have had a bit of heart and a bit of goodness in him to be started up his charity and all that sort of stuff. What's Ballmer going to do, you reckon? Just sail the seas on a yacht, or he might buy Steve's yacht?
I don't know. Yeah, you're right, because he doesn't seem to have any other hobbies, does he? That we know about anyway. I mean, it might become apparent what they are down the track. But he's always been with Microsoft. He was Bill Gates' roommate at Harvard. But he's never. I don't think he should have ever been appointed CEO. To tell you the truth, I think a lot of people feel that way. He's a sales guy. He's not a product guy.
Yeah, I think
he's not a visionary. You need someone like a Steve Jobs or a Bill Gates that can say, "I reckon the future is this."
Yes, yep. And that's what Microsoft has been lacking. And look, through the week, I think I might have even spoke about it last week. Like, I've just been frustrated with even trying to talk to someone at Microsoft.
Yeah, that's
You know,
right.
like I spent.
Everything is everywhere. You can't.
Yeah,
It's hopeless.
it's very disjointed. Like I tried to log into, like, they've got a partner slash OEM side of their business, which, like, if you're a system builder or whatever, you can log into their OEM side, get a few resources, and blah blah blah. You can become a partner and get access to a few different things and resources, etc. And I had been a partner. And so I went back to log in because I haven't logged in for years, and I was actually after something. I was trying to get a hold of something and trying to look for something. So I thought, oh, let's go through the partner site. But but then I tried to log back in. It said, you are registered, but you're registered as your business, but you're not registered personally. So I went, okay, well, let's join the two together. That's what it wanted me to do. But I kept getting these 404 page errors. The thing wouldn't work.
Oh, 404. I suppose they're still using front page, are they, do their websites?
But someone's turned the front page extensions off, and it didn't work. So anyway, like, after about 3 hours of mucking around, I couldn't believe. At the end of it, I can't believe I spent so much time on it. But anyway, I'm trying to ring. So I ring the 13 number, which takes you absolutely nowhere.
Nowhere.
Yeah, it goes to the Philippines. And
yeah, you don't want to talk to them.
So I couldn't even speak to a salesperson in Australia. I couldn't speak from phoning. I could not speak to an Australian. So what happens if I wanted, I could not speak to them. No matter what I wanted to do, I could not speak to them.
I have that problem when I ring Telstra. It really frustrates me.
So anyway, I had a bit of a thing on Twitter, and I think it was at MSAU, I think their handle was, and the woman come back to me and said, "Oh, give us your number, we'll get someone to ring you." And so they did. They did. It was like, hello, you called us? Well, if I can call back. And I'm just going,
hello, you've got a virus on your computer. Give me your credit card number.
That's right. So I thought, yeah, rightio. I'm asking away this question, and she goes, "Oh, we got no help today. There's typhoon in Philippines." And I'm just going, you're kidding me, aren't you? And I said,
why don't they even call you?
Yeah, I know. I just said, can't you just? Oh, anyway, it wasn't resolved. It's not resolved. I just said, look,
so it's still nothing.
No, it wasn't resolved. So as much as you want to use their products and do it the right way, they will. It's just frustrating. You can't get to them. You cannot talk to them.
I'll give you a comparative. I bought an iTunes gift card for my youngest one. I might give it $20 once a year or something, right, for her iPad.
Yep.
So I bought the gift card, and she got a little Gmail address that I've set her up on the iPad for, right? And so, put it in, this is her address, bang, send $20. And she didn't get it. Nothing.
Right.
Okay. I kept checking her email, nothing there. I'd go and check my account on Apple. You can check, your purchases and your gift card purchase. You see, it says scheduled to be sent on the 23rd. Still wasn't there. The 24th, next day, or whenever it was, scheduled to be sent the 23rd. But it's now the 24th, still hasn't got it. So I sent an email to Apple, and within 2 hours, they got back to me and said, here's the code.
Yeah.
That was it.
What's so hard?
It's just there.
And
then she followed up. A day later, she said, is everything okay? Did you all sort it out? Follow up. A real person.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. But so anyway, because I've been to a few shows and stuff, and I've got a few, business cards from the Microsoft guys that I've seen at the show, but it's very rare that I want something and, those cards have gone. But but trying to talk to someone, it is so frustrating. Yeah, and I'm only a small cheese, fair enough. But
look, if it's hard for the small cheese,
that's right. There's a lot of.
Be a little bit. How hard is it for the big cheese?
Well, I don't know. They might have a special phone. They might have a big red phone, like the Bat phone.
The Bat phone, direct line.
That lights up,
The Stevie.
That's right. How many RTs do you want? None?
RT, the results, they had to write down the value of their RT stock, 900 million, because they weren't selling.
Yeah, well, that's right.
And I think that was the catalyst that they said, look, mate, you've got to announce that you're resigning, but we're really pushing you. But you can tell the market you're resigning.
The product should not have come. I don't think. I reckon it should have just been the Windows 8 Pro tablet thing.
They confused the whole market. Why? Yeah. You need your RT, you got a Pro, you got this, you got that. Just one tablet, like one iPad with different disk sizes, right? One operating system.
I wouldn't mind if there was a number of tablets, but it's got to be
One
compatible.
operating system.
Yeah, it's got to be compatible to and then, this mate must have spent
millions, and probably $1 billion. If they've written it down by 900 million, they probably spent $2 billion on it.
That's right. Well, anyway,
see, the thing is, why do you need? It's like an iPhone having iOS X and the iPad having iOS Y, and you can't use any of the apps on each other.
Yeah.
What's the point?
That's
what would have happened with Microsoft with their tablets.
Yeah.
You can't use the apps on RT on the Windows Pro tablet.
But how spewing would you have been if you're just a normal Joe, didn't know about all these things? You went, oh, Microsoft tablet, sweet. And when you got
home, doesn't work.
you got to buy a different version of Office. Oh,
yeah,
you got to buy this. Oh, you got to buy that. Oh, okay. Anyway,
but the thing is, then they'll buy it and they go, "Well, that's sweet. I'll now install it on my desktop." No, this doesn't work on your desktop.
Anyway, Ballmer's 57, so he's lasted a while for being such a rich man. He's
loaded. I don't know what he's worth, but he's worth north of 10 billion.
Yeah, so I suppose you've got to keep your mind active, but
Oh, look, he'll do something. I'm sure he'll do something. And look, he's not a dumb bloke. He's just the wrong bloke for that job.
You can't go around trying to catch penises everywhere, flying penises. So, you've got to do something else with your time.
That's right.
Now, yeah. Anyway. So anyway, Ballmer, who has said he will depart within the year, and Microsoft, apparently all the betting, the bookies are open. They're open for business. Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates is ranked at a 50-1 shot to return to fill the void.
He's too busy.
Yeah, but he is considered more likely than the 100-1 outsider Tim Cook. So he's in the running, but he's 100-1.
100-1. I would have put him at 1,000-1.
I'd put him
at 1,000,000-1.
Yeah, you'd have to put him up there higher than 100. The British bookmaker putting Nokia's Stephen Elop as the favourite.
Yeah, I've heard that too. And there's one bloke that used to be there, I can't remember his name now, that he's the one that advised Bill Gates to go big on the internet, develop a browser, that sort of thing. Can't remember his name, Chapman or something.
Oh, yep.
They reckon he might be a dark horse.
Well, it might be. Yeah, I don't think his name.
He's the visionary guy. He's the one that helped Bill with the vision,
sure
like the Johnny Ives type situation.
They need that.
They need vision in spades.
Internal Microsoft candidate Kevin Turner and some customer service instructions. Internal Microsoft candidate Kevin Turner, Chief Operating Officer, is second favourite with 6-1. And in third is former Microsoft executive Steve Sinofsky, who left the company last November.
Right.
And apparently,
won't get it.
Yeah, there's a top female candidate, just for those of you who want to know who on the fairer sexes in line, is Julie Larson-Green, who is in fourth place.
But what they also need to hire is a designer.
But, this is probably one of these decisions which this TechNet closing down, and I know a lot of people probably don't care about it.
Yeah, I care. I'm annoyed. I'm bloody annoyed.
But this is probably something from Ballmer or something, They
might reverse it now he's gone.
That's right. But now this is leading into this next story here. Like, they're talking about vision and getting your product out there, and the hassles I've had trying to get what I need out of the company. Now, hardware partners are going to get the Windows 8.1 first.
Right.
So Microsoft has released Windows 8.1 to manufacturers. So normally, once it goes RTM, it comes out on the TechNet and MSDN line. So all the developers can have a go, build their apps and their software. So when the software is launched to the consumer,
there's apps available.
There's apps, but no. Developers in the release of Windows 8.1, which is obviously it's very similar to Windows 8. Yeah. Okay, so there's not a great deal of difference, but
look, you're getting all the bugs out of it, obviously.
Yeah, and there's a few tweaks and stuff that the developers the developers really want to take advantage of, but they're not going to get a chance to be able to build their software until the commercial release, the consumer release.
How stupid and short-sighted is that?
Yes,
that is unbelievably short-sighted. Could you imagine if Apple said, "Oh, look, iOS developers," which they've had for 3 months, by the way, for iOS 7 or more, we're releasing it on September 10, and the phone's coming out in 10 days later, as the rumor is, which we'll talk about later. I've got some stories there. They say the phone will come out September 20. That means that the developers have 10 days to put apps together.
Yeah.
The phone would never survive. It would no one would buy the phone.
Yeah.
And then, you'd lose money, then your sales go down, your stock price suffers, and people criticize the CEO. Don't they see the writing on the wall? Are these people that stupid? Release it now to the developers. My God.
I can't even talk to anyone that has any clout or any common sense. You can't talk to them.
It's just ridiculous. They just look. That's
too
got to
big.
be fixed.
Too big.
That's got to be. Oh, too big and too stupid.
So, but 8.1 preview has been released, but it's still not the RTM version, which is the one that
you got to develop on the RTM. Look, it's good to develop on all the pre-releases prior to RTM because you get to know it as if you're a developer. But you've also got to write your apps for the RTM because that's the one that's going to be commercially available.
Now, this is the consumer release is on October 18. Microsoft as we've said, generally lets TechNet and MSDN subscribers download operating system releases as they hit the release to manufacturing milestone, as we said, so that they can develop. Now, developers are infuriated. Most comments are summed up with this one. We don't care about a couple of bugs in your operating system. We care about bugs in our software. Most of us actually want to support Windows 8.1. A lot of us want to get apps ready for the awesome 8.1 features, but we can't properly do that unless we get the RTM bits before the public gets the Windows 8.1 update.
Exactly.
So, there.
What's going to happen next? A lot of these developers can code in any language. They're not stupid. They're pretty bright. They'll just go, that's it. I'm going to go and develop for Apple or Android or Google or whatever. And suddenly you got some bloke out of some back shed in Blacktown somewhere, the only one left developing for Microsoft.
Well, maybe they could all go over and help Blackberry because... Now,
yes.
Did you see this story?
What are they doing now?
Blackberry CEO Thorsten Hines. It sounds like...
I think Thorsten needs a bit of a kick up the hinds.
Yeah, well, I thought it was going to be someone that sounded like he spent a bit of time on an island somewhere, but I think that was Thurston. It's Blackberry.
Thurston Howell III.
That's it. Boasted in May that there were 120,000 apps for Blackberry 10 in an attempt to drum up developer enthusiasm for the OS. Wow, 120 apps, that's amazing. What he didn't mention was that more than 47,000 came from one developer.
Yeah, well done.
Hong Kong-based S4BB Limited. So a quick glance at the developer's most popular apps show a range of low-grade apps, including one dedicated entirely to turning off your phone's camera shutter noise, and another mega fart app.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, so S4BB describes its BlackBerry software as market-leading.
Well, if you like those sort of things, I suppose it would be.
Google Play offers S4BB apps, but apparently it's only got about 81 apps out of more than nearly 1 million. Apple also has close to 1 million apps, but S4BB does not develop for Apple.
Yeah, they probably did, but Apple said go away.
But I think just to draw a line between Microsoft and the BlackBerry, I think Microsoft
marriage made in hell.
I think Microsoft is heading down a path that if they don't turn around, they could become a BlackBerry.
Look, if they don't stop the complacency and get some vision, it might take 30 years, but it's still instead of being a steep decline, it's a gradual decline. Eventually, it's like a plane just slowly going down.
But I mean, like Windows is not going to go anywhere in a hurry.
No, Windows ain't going anywhere. Office will go nowhere, but you need more than that. It's a mature market now.
That's right. And like, what happens if everyone just started going, oh, okay, well, Microsoft, give us the shits a bit. We're going to we'll still develop for it, but let's look at another alternative. Say they started looking at, Linux, which I suppose a lot more do, and they start building for Linux, and they're building concurrently on numerous operating systems, then you might find that one day you'll turn around and go, Linux has got all this software. It's not too bad. And it's free.
That's right.
So
and they're releasing their RTMs to us before the consumer ones.
That's right. Yeah.
Easy to develop, and they'll do it with Apple, and they'll think the same thing about Android as well.
Yes. All right. Well, we've heard enough about Microsoft. I think we've gone all out we can with that. But just a plea, please, just get sorted. Just do something.
Dear, hopeless.
That's frustrating.
Really hopeless.
Yeah.
Well, they're looking for a new CEO, Glenn. So
Yeah.
put your hand up.
I'll
I'll go in with you. We'll go halves.
I'll send them an email.
Go halves.
So Aussie,
That's probably the only response you get. Yeah, we're flat here. Yeah, come on board.
Aussie Tech Radio, AussieTechRadio.com. Have you tuned into it yet? It is available on that website, or if you download a Shoutcast app onto your little mobile device, you can search for Aussie Tech Heads and get a stream of, there's more than half a dozen. There's quite a few there now. You can enjoy the great quality podcasts such as techwebcast.info, there's geeksphere.tv, there's Boys of Tech, Your Tech Life, and a new gaming podcast is joining the lineup this week. Yes, and I can't off the top of my head remember the name of it, but a Dusty Joystick or something like that. But anyway, look, we'll go and search for it because, I just don't want to tell you any what's the URL? AussieTechRadio.com. I'll give you a bigger list. So what happens is the Shoutcast, they just go round and round 24/7, show after show.
Bandwidth for all shows on the Aussie Tech Heads network.
And when you log into the website, it automatically starts playing. The Dusty Cartridge, that's the one I was looking for.
Oh, the Dusty Cartridge, okay.
That's right. Now we've got, there's us, there's the Ozdroid podcast, Geeksphere, IBT, the Den, I think that's in hiatus, Boys of Tech, the Tech Webcast, Dusty Cartridge, Cool Blind Tech, Two Blokes Talking Tech, Linking Edge, that's a good one if you're into LinkedIn and want to learn a bit more about LinkedIn, Your Tech Life, and the Aussie Mac Zone. And if you want to get your podcast into that lineup, like all these other dudes, just send me an email, glenn@aussietechheads.com.au, and we'll stick it in there for you. So that little radio stream is not going too bad. There's more and more people jumping on every week and just downloading, or not downloading, but streaming it and listening to it. So good on you. All right, get rid of that. Now, what have you got to talk about this week, Eric?
Well, let's talk a little bit of Apple, shall we?
Why not?
T-Mobile has implemented vacation this is in America. Has implemented vacation blockout dates between September 20 and 22, potentially confirming a prospective September 20 release date for the iPhone 5S and 5C. That was the first leak earlier this month. Now, what's 5C stand for? Crap? Is that what it is?
No, I don't know. I think champagne. I don't know. Cheap.
Could be.
Cheaper. But that wouldn't be right. They wouldn't do that.
I don't know. Well, who knows?
Yeah.
During the blackout period, employees will be unable to take vacation time to ensure that T-Mobile has adequate staff on hand for a large release event. Similar blackouts have been instituted for the launch of previous iPhone models and other high-profile products. So you can pretty much put your money on September 20, I would say.
What day is that? Just hang on, let's have a look.
Let's have a look, shall we? September 20 is that is a Friday.
I think from memory that happened last time, wasn't it? With the
Yeah,
5S?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, I'm not sure. But, yeah, okay. So September 20 looks like be interesting, the 5Cs. Do you think they're going to come to us, or they're just going to be...
Oh, no, I think they'll go everywhere.
Yep. All right. So it's getting close.
I think they'll... well, last year they were saying that they announced the iPhone 5 on September 12.
Okay.
And it was released on September 21 in US, Australia, Canada, France, Germany, Hong Kong, Japan, Singapore, and the United Kingdom. Well, so that's probably how it'll go this year.
Well, 21 last year was a Friday. That's right.
That's right.
So there you go. All right. Well, let's all get excited. Are you likely to upgrade, or are you happy with your 5 for now?
I'm good.
That's what you said about last time. But I think But you had
but I had the iPhone 4 for 2 years.
Right. Yeah.
I skipped iPhone 4S. I just went straight to the 5.
Right.
I'll skip the 5S and go straight to the 6.
Right. Okay. And you've also Apple's September 10 iPhone media event.
Said to include but there's been some updates about this. It said initial reports or rumours were said to include new iPads. Buried in an article about Apple's upcoming Tokyo Retail store, Bloomberg briefly mentions that Apple's September 10 media event will see the introduction of not only new iPhone models, but also new iPads. Blah, blah, blah. But then there's an update down the bottom that says Bloomberg made a similar quiet mention of both iPhones and iPads in an event last week. Bloomberg has now updated its article to remove the mention. And then the Loop's Jim Dalrymple, I don't know how credible he is, has confirmed that there will be no iPads introduced. But they normally do release iPads, don't they?
But I was going to say, like, there doesn't seem to be as much hype about the iPad, which means you think that they're coming a very, very second to the iPhone.
Yeah, look, maybe there isn't one because they can't see the demand, they can't create a hype. Maybe they do their research, but look, they might have some speed bumps. Just upgrade the processor, or maybe nothing special. Like bigger hard drive and. Yeah, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, well, I've got the iPad 2, and it's still going great. I'm not seeing any slowness or lagginess because of different apps that are coming out now.
What about upgrade? You've done your upgrades.
Oh yeah,
software upgrades. Yeah, no problem.
No problems at all.
Well, I've got the iOS 7 on my iPad, the mini.
Right.
And no degradation in speed. It's actually quite nippy.
Yeah, okay.
Quite nice, yeah.
So you prefer the mini to the full-size one?
Look, I like both, but I've still got my iPad 1, the very first one, floating around here somewhere. I don't know where.
Oh, look, I got I'll show you what I bought just the other day, actually. It came. I bought it a while ago, but it only came the other day from Kogan. The good old Kogs.
What did you buy from Kogan?
That's for me iPad. And it's one of those covers, those...
Oh, the magnetic covers, yeah.
Yeah, it's got $9.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So I don't know what the difference is between that one and the ones you spend $40 on. But
nothing, mate. Probably out of the same factory. That one hasn't got Apple written on it.
I think maybe with the Apple ones, can you twist them back and stand the...
Yeah.
This one you can't.
Oh, right.
Well,
that's probably because it's a patent thing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But isn't that's good? Like I had a big bulky cover before, but that's really.
I like the size of the screen, but if you want to read a book, the iPad Mini is very good.
Yeah. No, I like that. The iPad is the way to go. Is the way to go. Love it. All right, now what else have I got here? Let me go right back up to my little collection. And we'll pick one out here that looks good. Oh, yes, China. .cn went down. Did you about that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, through the week. China has said it has suffered its biggest ever cyber attack, causing many websites based in the country to go temporary offline. The DDoS attack was said to have targeted services responsible for sites with a .cn name. So they're getting a bit of their own back.
Yeah, someone's hacked them. What a shame.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, what a shame. Anyway,
now tell me something. What's the difference between the iPhone 5 and the 5S and the 5C? Does anyone know?
Well, the 5, as in the internals.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
Well, isn't the C going to be more cheaply made, like plastic or something?
Do you think maybe that the processor, it'll look like the iPhone 5, but it'll have the processor of maybe the iPhone 4? You know what I mean? Like a slower one, less memory.
The 4's a bit slow.
The 4's okay. My parents have got the 4, they're still all right.
Oh, she goes all right with it, but...
You've got to close her apps down, mate.
Yeah, you can tell that it's slow, but you can tell it's an old one. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should pose that question on the Aussie Mac Zone.
Yes, please do.
And see what happens. So Aussie Mac Zone, Tuesday nights live at 7:30. Here, aussietechheads.com.au/live if you want to join us there or download it.
There's a video, if you want to watch a video that's been found about the iPhone 5S, I can play that if you want. Would you like me to do that?
Yeah, if you got it. Is it suitable for audio, or is
I'm
it?
Just going to skip the. No, it's a video. It's just skip the. Can you hear that?
No, but will
good.
Will it?
I'll share it in a minute.
Will it?
Bad.
Will it leave? Will it? Will the audio listeners be able to understand what's going on?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, while you're doing that, I can talk about Facebook. Is to compensate users for sharing. Oh, here we go. He's got it already. Hang on, over a bit, Eric.
What?
You've gone
over a bit.
You've gone full screen. How did that work? You are viewing Eric at full screen.
I don't know how that works.
Can you full screen? Can you automatically full screen me? There we go. Try that one. Okay.
Can you see the video?
Yep.
Can you see the video?
Yep.
Yep.
Play.
Can you hear it?
No.
Oh. Well, that's no good then, is there? If you can't hear it.
Geez, that's a thick iPhone.
Well, just watch the video then. We'll just talk over it.
All right, so
just showing the...
There's three colours, gold,
colours.
champagne, and a blue iPhone. So it looks like that's all coming. Must be your Ox.
Yeah, so that's the
Giant Ox.
5S. 5C, sorry.
Yes, the 5C, that's right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, same sort of size.
Yeah, I can't see that.
Look, I know. I think we've gone through a lot of the specs and stuff on the Aussie Max Zone.
Yeah.
So, like, because there's no Apple news coming out each week, really, unless it revolves around this iPhone.
Well, they have what you call it? Stopped the rumours pretty well, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah. So, So, look, there's a lot. If you're interested in iPhone news, probably just last week's Aussie Max Zone iTunes or video off the YouTube, which is at youtube.com/Aussie Tech Heads, and also the Facebook. While you're on the net, go to facebook.com/Aussie Tech Heads. There's an iOS and an Android app free every single day. I don't think I put one up today. Sorry. I'll have a look at that after the show. But just about every single day there'll be a. Normally you pay for it, but on that day when you see it appear, it'll be free. So go your hardest. Go your hardest. Nothing better than something for free. They're talking about Facebook. They've got to compensate users for sharing details on ads. Remember this little story from a little while back. Approximately 614,000 Facebook users whose personal details appeared in ads on the site without their permission are going to receive compensation. A whole of $15 compensation.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I know. Well, when I read that, I'm just thinking, $15, that's probably not even... It probably maybe just buys you a photo on, like, Shutterstock or something. So if Facebook are going to use these photos, and even if they had to go and get a photo off Shutterstock, they'd have to pay probably more than $15. But anyway, their settlement or whatever has come out to about $15 each. The names and pictures of an estimated 150 million Facebook members were used in sponsored stories, but only those who responded to an email from the site earlier this year will be compensated.
Well, I didn't even get the email.
No, your image might not have been used. But
well, why not?
I don't know. They didn't like the look of you.
Not using him. He's dodgy.
Yeah, dodgy. Sydney sider from that dodgy part of town. Stay away from him. Our bloody punch bowl. Get punched.
Punch bowl? I don't live anywhere near there, mate. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, you love it out there. I hear you go driving out there quite a few times.
Yeah, with my doof music.
Privacy organisations will also receive some of the $20 million. The court estimated that Facebook had made about... Oh, how's this? The court... So they've got to shell out... How does it say? I don't know, 15...
$145 million.
Yeah, the names and pictures... How much did they... Is that $15 times 614,000?
Well, I don't know.
All right. Well, let's work that out. What's 614,000? Because there's another little thing coming up I was going to talk to you about. So calculator. Okay, 614,000 people are going to receive $15. So that's 9,210,000 that they're going to have.
Well, that's not a lot.
No, especially, and why I worked that out is because the court estimated that Facebook made about $73 million in profit from sponsored stories.
Hang on a minute. Wouldn't you think that if I made $73 million illegally, that I would have to return $73 million illegally?
Well,
legally? Give it back to them?
Yeah.
So, okay, get $73 million and divide that by 614. See what they should be getting.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe not the whole lot, but something a bit more realistic than...
Okay, $70 million. Keep $3 million for admin.
Yeah, well, something around there. But even
it's Facebook.
Even if it was 40, half of it, half of it.
Yeah, okay, do that. 40. Get your calculator. 40 million divided by 614,000.
40 million.
Yeah.
I don't think this calculator goes that high. 40.
Oh, come on, mine does.
Oh, yeah, it does. Just the numbers get smaller. Divided by 614,000. $65.
There you go.
So that's better. That's a bit more like a Shutterstock photo.
Yeah. And if you went up to full 70 million, to be fair, divided by 614,000, $114.
That's better.
That's much better.
Approximately 7,000 Facebook users opted out of the settlement altogether, allowing them to bring their own legal action against Facebook.
More money, see? Class action.
That's right. Yes. Oh, yes. What else have you got, Eric?
What else have I got?
Did you pull out of your hat this week?
Well, I've got mainly Apple stories because I think that's the hot topic at present. But that's all. Oh, you want to hear a sleazy Google story?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, why not? Here we go. Hang on 1 second. I've had it here a minute ago.
Well, while you're doing that...
Got it. Here we go. Bit sleazy. Sergey Brin, co-founder, Google, has left his wife and he's hooked up with the ex-girlfriend of a mate of his who also works at Google.
Oh, dear, oh, dear. I bet you they're not mates anymore.
No, it's the bird that developed Google Glass.
Oh, yeah?
So they would have been working fairly closely together, if you know what I mean.
Eye to eye.
Give us a look at your glass.
Well,
So,
well, there you go. So,
well, it's going to be an expensive divorce if they get divorced because he's worth $22 billion.
Oh, yeah, geez. But speaking of glass, you could be wearing the Google Glass as early as next year. Wasn't that cool,
Nice transition there, mate.
Yeah, thanks. According to glass enthusiast Robert Scoble, Google is planning to rent 6,000 square feet inside every Best Buy retail store in the US next year so that it can display, demo, and sell Google Glass to consumers. So this is, rumoured. So at the moment, only Glass Explorers, which are the people who have been able to get their little mitts on the Google Glass and put them on and have a go. Only the Glass Explorers are using Google Glass, leaving normal people in a permanent state of envy. Well, I don't know, because these Explorers, so Google sent an email around, because I got one, said, oh, who wants to try the new Google Glass? We've got a few, then we're, a limited number. So you put your name down, but they're like $1,500. You have to pay for it.
You've got to pay for it.
Yeah,
you want to try it out? $1,500.
There's no specific time frame for the release as yet, but at least the wheels are in motion. Things are happening. So,
Now, I don't know if I'd ever use it, to tell you the truth, because I think that I'd get a little bit dizzy. Thinking, how do you focus on that?
I would probably use it more than I would use a watch, I think.
Because you don't use a watch?
Well, since I've got my phone, no, I don't. I don't have a watch on. Do you have a watch on?
I do.
Yeah, no, since I've got this phone, the phone that works, the iPhone, it's I've never had. I haven't. My watch has gone flat. It's dead. Gone. Finished.
Well, there you go. Well, then get your glass.
I think the glass would be good. I could, you wouldn't be able to. I don't think.
What about a distraction when you're driving? Though?
I was just going to say,
like you'd be beaming in the glass. It'd be like Iron Man, Tony Stark. It sort of goes over this nice bird, and it size her up, tells you her name, does a Google search for her, and there's all these images of her flashing right, crash.
Now, here's another story. Kickstarter is coming to Australia. This one was sent in by Warlock, so thanks, Warlock. Crowdfunding website Kickstarter has announced they are bringing the service to Australia and New Zealand. Now, this is great news for the ambitious creative types that live amongst us that need new ways of providing funding for their projects.
So what I'm trying to work out. This works. So people, you go out there and you ask for people to contribute to your development, whatever you want to call it. And we're $2, $5, whatever. So what do you get for that?
An Australian Kickstarter would allow Aussies to create, fund, and hopefully receive products without international charges. Kickstarter will be Australia in Australia the next few weeks, hosting Kickstarter schools with Australian-based creators interested in Kickstarter. Oh, how many times I want to say that? If you are planning a project and want it suggested, you can attend one of the workshops. Sydney,
September 1st.
Melbourne, all the Kickstarter schools, Kickstarter's own. Geez, they say it's Kickstarter too much.
Because they want to promote Kickstarter.
Well, I thought you said Dickstarter there.
Well, that too.
Probably that's right. Probably full of them.
That's a different drug company.
Now, we've got another picture of Steve Ballmer that Warlock wanted us to have a look at. There we go.
All right, for the audio viewers, it's a picture of Dr. Evil from the what's that movie franchise? What's it called? Mike Myers. What's it called?
Yeah,
Austin
Powers.
Austin Powers movie. Dr. Evil in his Dr. Evil suit with Steve Ballmer's head superimposed on it. That's quite funny.
Yeah, that is funny. All right, now look, we'll just go back up here because I've got a couple more to go this week. Wasn't a big week in news, but I've got a couple more.
It always slows down just prior to an Apple release because everyone just decides not to release anything because it gets lost in the Apple mania. So leading up to any Apple event, it's always a bit slow.
Now this one here, here we go. Skype confirms 3D video calls are under development. Skype has confirmed that.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Why?
Because it's Microsoft.
Well, can't you just concentrate on getting Skype working?
Why don't you just get 2D right? Let's do that. Let's just make sure the 2D version works like a treat and I don't get any air tunnel situations on the audio. I think I'll be happy with that.
The news was released by a senior executive in an exclusive interview on BBC to mark Skype's 10th anniversary. Wow. However, the executive warned it could be many years before the launch. We've done work in the labs looking at the capability of 3D screens and 3D capture, said the Vice President Mark.
Why even mention it? This is what Microsoft do. We're working on this thing. That sounds fantastic. Available in the year 3050 when Star Trek's born.
Yeah.
And Jim Kirk will be bloody using it.
Yeah. Just get it working.
What's the point? Why don't you shut up and then when it's ready, tell us about it?
Well, just go on with the Skype and it not working and all this sort of stuff. Now, I realise Vista is getting a bit long in the tooth, but surely, Vista's still out there. It's still being supported by Microsoft and XP for that matter, up until next year. But Vista's still out there. A lot of people have got Vista, and they're on good machines. I reformatted a person's machine the other day, and everything was sweet as a nut. It's running nice, everything's installing, everything's sweet. Skype wouldn't work. Didn't work.
Yeah, you got to get the downgraded version of Skype.
You got to downgrade it.
Which is version 4 or something.
I don't know what it was. I just shook my head and just went,
look, it's hopeless. It's hopeless. Could you imagine if any other, Google, for example, or even Apple, let's go with Google. They mentioned Glass 10 years ago. We've got working on this thing. It's called Google Glass, and this is what you can do. When's it available? 10 years.
Yeah.
Well, they announced it when it was ready.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I'm working on something. I'm working on a matter transporter. It's going to be available probably sometime in the next 1,000 years.
Yeah, me too. I'm working on the Star Trek teleporter.
Yeah.
So that I can just go bang.
Yes.
And I'll be sitting next to you. Right.
There you go. Do the show
in one piece. I'm working on it.
Yeah, good.
And I want to put out a press release tomorrow. When's it available? I don't
know. Down the track. In the fullness of time, we'll know when it's...
That's right. Thanks for that, idiots.
That's right. All right. Now, have you ever wanted your tweets printed out by...
Not really.
by a ticker tape machine?
No.
Why? What a great idea.
What, are we back to the 1930s now?
The Twitter tape device.
Come on. Look, that'd be a bit of a novelty, but how annoying would it be?
The Twitter tape device was built from scratch using second-hand parts from clocks and other sources, said the creator of the Twitter tape, Adam Vaughan. The wooden base hides a thermal printer and a microcontroller. Mr. Vaughan spent 3 months assembling his version of the machine, but admits a lot of the time was devoted to finding the right parts. I built it all from scratch, he says. Now, the device connects to a computer via an Ethernet cable and pulls data from Vaughan's Twitter account every 30 seconds. Any future version could include a control panel so that the owner could program the machine to print from a particular hashtag or from multiple accounts, he added. Nowadays, things are built nowadays, things are built for function, and I feel something has been lost.
Yeah, really? Yeah. Okay, there's function and there's style. That thing I'm looking at is neither. So, my advice to you, well done. Congratulations. Looks pretty nifty. But, what's your name, George? You're born in the 30s? What's going on? No one's going to use that.
Oh no, I don't think he's made it for any commercial reasons. I think he's
I guarantee
Bored.
when Kickstarter comes up in Australia, that's one of the projects.
Well, you never know. It might be. It might be. All right. Have you got any more, Eric? Or are you?
No, I don't.
You finished? You finished?
I'm done. Yeah.
What's this one here? New video game? Oh no, that's all that stuff. That's it. All right. Good stuff.
Oh, the Apple iCloud suite.
Oh yeah, I did have that. I had one more. That's right.
Apple has opened its iWork for iCloud productivity applications to the public, allowing anyone with an Apple ID to access the beta web-based versions of Pages, Numbers, and Keynote. iWork for iCloud was announced at Apple's developer conference in June and has been available for developers since then. Apple has not said when it will come out of beta. It's like Word basically. That's it.
Yeah.
Apple Word, Apple Documents, Apple. What's that other one? What's that slideshow
Numbers.
one?
Oh,
The Excel, Word, and what's
PowerPoint.
the other one? PowerPoint. There you go.
Yeah, right.
So there you go.
Yeah. So that's all good. That's all good.
I don't know if I'll use it. I still like using Word, even on the Mac.
Oh yes. Well, I suppose it's you can send files around the joint, can't you? And people, pretty much everyone, opens
Well, the thing
them.
is, Pages and Numbers will open Word and Excel files, but the opposite is not true. If I send a Numbers file to an Excel, you'll ring me up and abuse me.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but you can save it. You can open a Pages document or a Numbers document and save it as a Word or Excel file.
Right. Or you could probably import it into Google. Does
that too.
Does that import numbers?
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah.
And for those of you who can't afford Microsoft Office, there is a free alternative if you're interested. It's openoffice.org. Go along and have a look at that. That's what
I've had a look at that. Pretty quick, not bad.
Yeah, that's not too bad. It's got everything, hasn't it? It's got the whole suite.
But
Word.
these days too, the student versions of Office are pretty inexpensive, and you only need to buy it once every 5 years anyway. So,
and it's got me why they leave Outlook out of these little home
because they want it's the old Outlook. They're just being dicks.
No one uses Outlook anyway.
But see, the thing is, for people who don't want to muck around with a different software version, they think, I'll just grab Outlook. But and then you got to pay extra for that.
Oh, I can't believe
ridiculous.
I can't believe there is no easy path or a path at all or a cleared path that to upgrade or to migrate from Outlook desktop to Outlook Cloud. I honestly can't believe it.
Hopeless.
And that's another one of those things where you sit back and you go, well, okay, I've got Outlook on the desktop. It's too hard to port everything into Outlook.com. What am I going to do? Oh, I've got that old Gmail account. I'll just start using that.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is too. For example, I use Outlook at the office because it's on the what's it called Exchange server, right? Yeah. It's an IMAP account, obviously, with push and all that sort of rubbish. I think they call it Exchange Active Sync, right? So that's I think I can't remember what year that is, but so I upgraded the whole Office suite to use the latest Microsoft product. What is that? 2013 or 2012 or whatever it is.
13, I think.
Yep. And everything works. Beautiful documents, blah blah blah. But Outlook Exchange does not support Outlook 2013.
Yeah, well, see,
I can't use it. I can't use email.
Yeah. Well, that's just stupid.
That's stupid. And it's supposed to be an Office suite.
Yeah, they got to
right, and it's the premium version. It's not some dodgy, fell off the back of a truck student version.
Look, I've got. That's the issue. Like, I can understand that you got to move on with your software. I understand you got to build it and maybe you got to let go. I understand you got to let go of some things.
But give us an alternative. They haven't given us an alternative.
Give us a migration pathway.
Yes.
Build something.
At the very least.
You've spent $20 billion.
I don't mind using Outlook. I find it extremely effective for what I use it for. It's got your calendar in there. It's got your contacts in there. I can send and receive meetings and accept. It's easy. But then, because normally when you upgrade in the past, Outlook, it just reads everything. Bang, there are all my appointments, there are all my contacts. This one, nothing. I got my emails, nothing else. Doesn't support contacts or calendars. That's stupid.
Well, yeah, like I used Outlook. I loaded up Outlook on the desktop a little while ago, and I thought, I'm going to try this. I want to move away from Gmail. I want to move away. I want to try something a bit more professional,
Yeah.
And so I tried Outlook, and it worked for me. This is Outlook desktop for the most of the time, but it's still, you couldn't do the conversations. I found that annoying.
Yeah.
You could clunk similar conversations together in Outlook or something, apparently. But look,
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, it worked okay. It worked okay, but in the end, I just
try Thunderbird. Have you tried that?
years ago.
I think that's still out. I think that's all right. But there's no calendar. I wanted something integrated.
Yes, yeah. And look, I think the only thing that's integrated these days is the iOS stuff.
It is.
Still
there. It's easy.
I set an alarm on my phone. I'm sitting at my desk, and it comes up
all
on the Mac.
All 4 devices go off. That's right.
Yeah, I can sit in the lounge room, and I know when there's a tweet or something coming through, because the iPad out in the office will light up. I see it light up, and I hear it, and it goes like ding ding. It's like a little ding pathway all the way around the house. And my phone,
that's right.
My phone for some reason is the last one to get it. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, that's the same with me too. That's for some reason the phone's the last one to get it. But who cares?
Well, that's, it's
all for, I got an appointment happening, and my iPhone goes off, my Windows desktop goes off, my Mac goes off, iPad goes off.
I don't get me Windows going off.
Well, I've synced up my appointments with Windows as well as Mac. The Exchange allows you to do that, see?
Right, okay.
I'm on the Exchange server. That's what's so beautiful about it.
Yeah, I think that Windows has just got to get its act together with all that sort of stuff. Integration.
Vision, design, and migrated path.
Yeah, well, let's hope that the guy that comes into Microsoft is going to be a bit younger, a bit more forward-thinking.
And more hair.
Yeah. Did you sign the TechNet
yes, I did.
thingo?
I did.
Did you send an email to Microsoft?
I did.
Did you get a reply?
No.
I got a reply.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, a little stocky standard reply, but I still got one. And,
what did it say? We don't care about you?
Pretty much, yeah. Hang on, if I can find it, I'll read it. Hang on, search, and Outlook I couldn't search like I can search in Google.
I can search Outlook. It's easy.
Well, I can search it, but I don't really get the best results. How can I search for this? Actually, let's try up TechNet. How's this one here? Okay, Microsoft. I don't know if I'll be able to find it tonight. I'm just getting the TechNet newsletters come up in my search. Yeah, this might be it here, actually. Hello, Glenn. Thank you for submitting your feedback regarding TechNet. As IT trends and businesses' dynamic have evolved, so has Microsoft's set of offerings for IT professionals who are looking to learn, evaluate, and deploy Microsoft technologies and services. In recent years, we have seen a usage shift from paid to free evaluation experiences and resources. Well, that's
you know what they're really saying? They're saying that I'm sick of you techs putting all these things on your systems at home.
So, yeah, and she continues on. As a result, Microsoft has decided to retire the TechNet subscription service and will discontinue sales on August 31st, 2013. Microsoft will focus on growing and improving our free offerings for IT professionals, including evaluation resources through the TechNet Evaluation Center, expert-led learning through the Microsoft Virtual Academy, and community-moderated technical support through the TechNet forums. We are committed to help.
Isn't there there's an upgrade? You can, if you go to next level up, you still get all the benefits. Your MSDN.
There's about 1,000.
But I reckon that's what they want. They want to drive everyone to MSDN because they get more moolah out of them.
Look, I do think that there's probably for $200 a year, and you've got access to everything. I think that's okay. Yeah, maybe they should put some more rules on what or more. Watch who's doing what and what IPs they're coming from, and maybe they could, ask a question.
Yeah, so for example, you install it at home or your office, right? Then they know that that's the only IP you can install it from.
Yes, yeah. So what are you doing about, just before we go, what are you doing about the TechNet? Are you resubscribing?
Well, I think mine's up in November, I think. Or March, I'm not sure.
Can't you resubscribe before the end of this month and you get another year out of it?
I think you can, but I think you can subscribe right up to your expiration date, can't you?
No.
No, it's got to be by the end of this month, does it?
Yes.
That means I'm paying twice. What's the point?
No. Don't you extend it? You pay for it now, but extend it from...
Oh, so it adds on top of what you've already
that's
got.
what I would have thought.
So, for example, I think mine's March, right? So it's now August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. That's 7 months. So if I added now, I get 12 plus 7. So I'd have 20 months to go.
Well, that's how I think.
Because I don't want it to be that I pay for it now, but I get 12 months. So I'm actually losing 5 months.
Yeah, it's not worth that much.
Not worth it.
What is it? What's the website? Subscriptions.technet or something?
Yeah, technet.microsoft or something, I can't remember.
Let's have a look. Subscriptions.technet. We'll try that one. Because there's a little bit of a blurb on the front there. I know, look, for those of you who aren't interested in TechNet, we're not going to talk about any more stories, so we're just having a bit of a fluff around. It says here, IT professionals who would like to purchase a new TechNet subscription may do so through to August 31. If your TechNet subscription expires on or before the 30th of September 2013, you are eligible for one final time renewal. Any renewals must be purchased on or before August 31. So you're in November, so you're gone.
Yes.
You are gone.
Yes. So what's the upgrade path then? MSDN.
Yes.
How much is that?
Hang on, I'll just log in here, and we'll have a. Oh, why can't I log in? Let's try. I don't know that one. Why won't it let me log in?
I'm going to log in now to my TechNet and see, because you paid for yours, didn't you? In the end.
Yeah. Well, we have to do it. Yeah, I had subscribed.
Yeah, because you have to learn all about this when your clients say, I want Windows ME back on.
Well, that's right. They go, does this work with this? And I go, well, I don't know. I'm not running ME. Let me get ME and I'll figure it out for you.
Upgrades.
Product
Renew.
My account.
Renew your TechNet subscription. I'll see what it tells me.
Yeah, so, all right. So it looks like, help us improve. Yeah, don't retire it. So
here we go. We're sorry. The following errors have occurred. The subscription you are attempting to renew expired on April 1, 2014, which is next year, which is past the 30-day grace period for placing a new renewal order. In order to continue subscription, you'll need to order a new subscription.
Yeah, so mine is in October, so I'm gone too. I can't do that either.
Yeah. Upgrade. What's the upgrade say? Yeah. Oh, here we go. Upgrade. It allows me to upgrade.
To MSDN.
Let's see. See what it charges me. Pricks.
So,
right.
Well, what's it want you to upgrade to? It's just brought you up with the TechNet page.
Yeah, buy a TechNet subscription.
Oh, so they want you to buy another one. Well, so you buy another one now for it to end next August.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
So you lose 5 months effectively, which is shit.
Yeah. Well, no, 3 if you're in November.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, I'm in April.
Oh, April. Oh, right. Yeah, you're going to lose heaps then.
Well, it's letting me do it for $236 on a normal standard one.
Yeah,
it's letting me go for ahead with it. How stupid!
Yeah, because you can buy it before.
It won't let me renew, but it lets me buy.
Yes, because if you renew, you would think just extend it.
So if I buy before August 31, it'll go. That's it. But if I buy on September 1, it won't let me buy it anymore.
That's right. That's
so
right.
I'm allowed to buy right up to August.
Yeah. But, I don't know. Is it really worth it? That's how I've come down to it. Like, is it?
Maybe we'll go halves until we've got 2 separate offices, and that's why we need 2 IP addresses for installations.
Yeah, well, but that's what I mean. It forces.
That's what happens.
You're the Sydney office, and I'm the Gold Coast office. But
that's what. Go to bugger off.
But that's what happens. It does force you to do, maybe not the right thing. Nothing. It's nothing probably illegal. It's just nothing that may not be exactly right. Look, if to buy, I don't know. Oh, this is technically there. I was going to look up MSDN, but it doesn't matter. The time is getting on. It's getting away. All right. So you can find us all at whatever our names is at aussietechheads.com.au. Glenn, Eric, Will, Shane, and whoever else comes on from time to time. So if you want to send us an email, do that. Eric, where can people find you on Twitter?
Eric Franco, ErikFranco.
And you can find me at Aussie Tech Heads. I'm going to migrate over to my personal Twitter, I think, so we can keep the process of, keeping things separate here. But you can follow me at Glenn Goodman, Glenn with 2 N's. So you follow me there, and follow Aussie Tech Heads for all the latest releases of whatever else. And don't forget the Aussie Tech News on Twitter, at Aussie Tech News, which will plop about 3 or 4 current news stories into your Twitter feed every half an hour or so. The top ones, the ones that everyone's talking about, top-notch stories, champagne stories. Right into your Twitter feed. So get involved into that. I've told you about the tech radio, so get involved in that. You jump us on Facebook, on the YouTube, Facebook, or youtube.com/Aussie Tech Heads. And what else? There's the webpage, show notes on the webpage, the latest videos on the webpage. And that's about it. I can't think of anything else. That's about it. All right. Good stuff. Thanks for coming in, Eric.
No worries. Thank you, sir.
No worries. We'll see everyone. Thanks for downloading. Thanks for the lounge. Once again, another Thursday night done and dusted. And I was just saying to Eric before the show, next week will be the final episode of Series 7.
There you go.
So that's right. So moving into Season 8 in a couple of weeks. So that's... a lot of episodes under the good old belt there, and they're all starting to poke out. All right. So till then, next week, it's bye for now. Nice.
Bye, everyone.